So looking at the first 10 questions here, right, we're trying to move it into scientific notation. Remember that this negative exponent, right, that shows up, that's telling you it's a small number. So if you can look at this question, right, if the decimal place is here, and you always want to make your scientific notation, you want your number to be between 1 and 9, basically. So if I go 1, I go over 1, I go over 2, I go over 3, I went over 3 to the right, and that's where that negative 3 comes from, right? In number 2, it's understood the decimal place is here. So if I go 1, 2, 3, but now to the left, that's why now this 3 is positive, and that makes it 5.05, and by stopping the decimal there, my number is between 1 and 9.99999. Right, for the third one, our decimal is here, so we've got to go 1, 2, 3, 4 places to the right. So because it's to the right, it's negative, or because this number initially is less than 1, I know it's going to be a negative. And then by putting it 4 to the right, it comes out to just be that 8 with a decimal here, right? It's between 1 and 9.999. If we jump to the next section, remember, when it was positive, right, up here, when it was positive, it was a number that was greater than 1. When it was negative, like these two, it was a number that was less than 1. So when I'm here and I see this positive 3 and this positive 2 and this positive 5, I know that my number is going to be greater than 1. So when it's 10 to the third, I know to move it over 3. 1, whoa, that was crazy. 1, 2, 3, and so I have to add in those zeros. Right, if I'm 2, I got to go 1, 2. So 375. If I'm 5, I got to go 1, and then 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, in each of those gaps, I have to add zeros to get that 220,000. Right? When it's this negative 2 and negative 3, well, now I know to go to the left. So I go over 1. I got to go over 2 more. So 1, 2. I fill those in with zeros, and that's where my decimal's at. Right, I got to go over 1, I got to go, did it again. I got to go over 1, I got to go over 2, fill in a 0, decimal goes there. This 0 here is totally optional. It doesn't need to be there at all.